Welcome back to Dr. Smith Healthcare, the channel dedicated to decoding the complex science of aging and metabolic health. As we cross the threshold of 60, our bodies undergo profound biological shifts that often feel like an inevitable decline. Today, we are discussing a powerful strategy to combat biological decay using a specific type of healthy fat in kefir. We will explore how medium-chain triglycerides, specifically C8, can revitalize your system and reverse the symptoms of cellular aging. The difference between a frail existence and a vibrant life often lies in how we manage our energy at the cellular level. To understand the solution, we must first deeply understand the core problems that occur within our biology after age 60. The first major hurdle we face is mitochondrial senescence, which is the gradual deterioration of the power plants within our cells. Mitochondria are responsible for generating adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, which is the fundamental energy currency for every biological function. By the time we reach our 60s, the density of these vital organelles within our cells drops by nearly 50%. This massive reduction leads to the chronic fatigue and slow recovery, times that many people mistakenly accept as normal aging. It isn't just about feeling tired, it is a systemic failure of the body to produce the energy it needs. When your cells can't generate enough power, your organs begin to function suboptimally, leaving you vulnerable to various degenerative diseases. We need a fuel source that can bypass this broken system and reignite the cellular engines that have gone dormant. The second critical issue is stem cell depletion, which severely compromises the body's ability to heal and repair itself daily. Stem cells are the raw material of the body, capable of transforming into whatever tissue is needed for repair and maintenance. Unfortunately, the population of these circulating repair cells plummets by up to 70% as we enter our senior years. This depletion means that damage to our DNA and tissues accumulates faster than we can fix it, accelerating the aging process. Without an adequate supply of stem cells, our genetic integrity is compromised, leading to mutations and a higher risk of illness. Preserving the remaining stem cells and stimulating the production of new ones is absolutely essential for extending our health span. The third pillar of aging is metabolic dysregulation, where our body loses its flexibility to switch between fuel sources efficiently. Over time, our bodies become overly dependent on glucose for energy, creating a state that can be dangerous for long-term health. This glucose dependency creates a fertile environment for pathological cells, including cancer, which thrive on high sugar availability in the blood. We are constantly flooding our system with sugar, which spikes insulin and prevents our body from accessing its own fat stores. This metabolic inflexibility leads to the accumulation of dangerous visceral fat around our organs, further driving inflammation and disease. Now that we understand the problems, let us introduce the solution: medium-chain triglycerides, specifically the C8 caprylic acid variation. Unlike regular fats that require complex digestion, MCTs are short enough to be absorbed rapidly and sent directly to the liver. Once in the liver, C8 is converted into ketone bodies, a superior fuel source that your mitochondria can use immediately. This process bypasses the broken glucose pathways and provides a clean, efficient energy stream to your brain and vital organs. Let us examine the first biological mechanism: direct fat oxidation. This is how MCT oil helps you burn stubborn body fat. Studies show that consistent use of C8 MCT oil can increase your metabolic fat burning rate by up to 29%. It specifically targets visceral fat, the dangerous fat stored deep inside the abdomen that surrounds your liver and intestines. Research indicates a reduction of nearly 3% in visceral fat mass, which significantly lowers the risk of metabolic syndrome. By shifting your body to burn fat for fuel, you naturally reduce the inflammatory fat stores that contribute to aging. The second mechanism is perhaps the most profound: the regeneration of your mitochondria and the protection of your stem cells. Ketones trigger a master regulator protein called PGC1 alpha, which instructs your cells to build brand new, healthy mitochondria. This process, known as mitochondrial biogenesis, literally renews your cellular power plants, restoring energy levels to those of a younger person. Simultaneously, ketones help keep your stem cells in a protective resting state, preventing them from burning out due to stress. By preserving your stem cell pool, you ensure that your body retains the capacity to repair injuries well into old age. Our third mechanism involves a strategic metabolic shift that creates an environment hostile to the development of cancer cells. Cancer cells are metabolically inflexible. They require massive amounts of glucose to survive and can't effectively use ketones for fuel. By reducing glucose dependency and increasing ketones, you effectively starve these pathological cells while nourishing your healthy tissue. This metabolic therapy approach is gaining attention as a powerful way to reduce the risk of proliferation of abnormal cells. The fourth mechanism addresses a major fear of aging, the loss of muscle mass, also known as sarcopenia. Usually, when you lose weight or age, your body breaks down muscle tissue to convert amino acids into glucose for energy. However, ketones act as a muscle-sparing signal, telling your body that fuel is abundant and there is no need to burn muscle. This allows you to burn fat stores effectively while keeping the lean muscle mass that is crucial for mobility and strength. Finally, the fifth mechanism is the powerful synergy between C8 MCT oil and the caffeine found in your morning coffee. Caffeine naturally stimulates the release of stored fat into the bloodstream, making it available to be used as energy. When you add MCT oil, you create the metabolic demand to actually burn that released fat, creating a perfect fat loss storm. Together, they boost metabolic rate, improve mental focus, and suppress appetite far more effectively than either could do alone. Now that you understand the science, let us move to the practical application. How do you implement this protocol correctly? First, ensure you are using pure C8 MCT oil. Avoid blends with C10 or C12, as they are not as effective. Start slowly. Begin with just 1 teaspoon or 5 milliliters to allow your digestive system to adapt to the new fuel. Taking too much too soon can lead to digestive distress. Patience is key as you gradually increase the dose over weeks. Your goal is to work your way up to about 25 to 30 grams per day for maximum therapeutic benefit. Crucially, you must emulsify the oil. Simply stirring it with a spoon is not enough for proper absorption and taste. Blend for 15 to 20 seconds until the mixture turns creamy. This breaks the oil into micelles for instant digestion. Drink this within the first hour of waking up, and try to delay your first solid meal for 2 to 4 hours. This simple morning ritual extends your overnight fast and keeps your body in a fat-burning, cellular repairing state for longer. By adapting this protocol, you are not just drinking coffee. You are providing your body with the tools to reverse aging. We have covered the fundamental science. Now, let's explore some common questions and deeper details about this life-changing routine. Many people ask if they can just use coconut oil. The answer is no, because coconut oil is mostly lauric acid. Lauric acid behaves more like a long-chain fat. It does not generate the rapid ketone spike needed for these therapeutic effects. You would need to eat an impossible amount of coconut oil to get the same amount of C8 found in 1 spoon. For the suffering from brain fog or memory slips, the concentration of C8 is critical for piercing through that mental haze. Studies suggest that ketones can bridge the energy gap in the aging brain, potentially slowing the progression of cognitive decline. Another benefit often overlooked is the antimicrobial property of caprylic acid, which can help balance your gut microbiome naturally. It helps suppress the overgrowth of yeast and bad bacteria, which are often the root cause of sugar cravings and inflammation. When your brain is fueled by ketones, the constant nagging hunger and desire for sweets often disappears almost completely. This stability in blood sugar is the key to preventing the energy crashes that usually happen mid-morning after a standard breakfast, instead of feeling the need for a nap at 11 o'clock. You will likely find yourself with sustained focus and drive. Many of our patients report that their morning exercise performance improves significantly when they train in this fasted, ketone-fueled state. Your body learns to access its vast fat reserves for endurance, rather than relying on the limited sugar stored in your muscles. A word of caution: due to the potent energy boost, avoid consuming this mixture after 2 p.m. to prevent sleep disruption. Quality sleep is just as important as the fuel you consume. Let the energy wear off naturally before you go to bed. This protocol integrates perfectly with other longevity strategies, such as vitamin D supplementation and omega-3 fatty acids. In fact, the fat content in the kefir helps absorb fat-soluble vitamins, making your other supplements even more effective. We recommend keeping a simple journal to track your energy levels, mental clarity, and waist measurements over the first month. The changes can be subtle at first, but after 30 days, the cumulative effect in your biology is often transformative. Remember, we are trying to correct decades of metabolic habits. It takes time for the body to adapt and thrive. Every cup you drink is a signal to your body to build more mitochondria and repair the damage of the past. This isn't just a medical protocol. It can become a delightful morning ritual that you look forward to every single day. Choose organic, toxin-free kefir beans to ensure you are not introducing pesticides while trying to detoxify your system. Hydration is also key. Ketones can have a mild diuretic effect, so drink plenty of water alongside your morning kefir. We suggest drinking a full glass of water with a pinch of sea salt before your kefir to support electrolytes. Electrolytes are crucial because as insulin levels drop, your kidneys excrete more sodium, which needs to be replenished. This simple step prevents the keto flu symptoms like headaches or lethargy that some beginners experience when starting out. With the right balance of fluids, salts, and C8 oil, your brain enters a state of high-performance flow. But what if you do not drink kefir? You can absolutely use tea, specifically matcha or Earl Grey. As a substitute, matcha green tea provides a gentler caffeine release and contains L-theanine, which pairs wonderfully with the focus from ketones. Even decaffeinated kefir or herbal tea works. Although you miss out in the fat-mobilizing synergy of the caffeine itself, a common concern is cholesterol. While dietary fat intake increases, MCTs are utilized for energy, not stored as arterial plaque. Most studies show that when sugar is restricted, healthy fats actually improve the particle size of cholesterol, reducing risk. However, always consult your physician before making major dietary changes, especially if you have pre-existing liver or heart conditions. Interestingly, C8 MCT has shown promise in helping to reverse fatty liver disease by promoting the export of liver fat. We are essentially inducing a mild state of ketosis without the need for a strictly restrictive ketogenic diet plan. This nutritional ketosis is a safe, natural metabolic state that humans have used for survival for thousands of years. Our ancestors did not have instant access to food. The bodies evolved to function at peak capacity using stored fat. Midden life keeps us in a constant fed state, never allowing the body to switch in these ancient repair and burn modes. By using MCT oil in the morning, you are manually flipping the switch back to burn mode for a few hours daily. Your brain is 60% fat. Providing it with high-quality lipids helps maintain the myelin sheaths that protect your nerves. This is crucial for preventing traumas and maintaining fine motor skills as we age, keeping us independent and capable. Cognitive longevity is just as important as physical longevity. We want to live long, but we also want to remember it. Glucose metabolism in the brain often slows down with age, but ketone metabolism remains robust, even in the elderly brain. Think of C8 as an alternative fuel line. When the main glucose pipe gets clogged, C8 provides a direct bypass. Beyond the brain, healthy fats are the building blocks of cell membranes, leading to better skin hydration and elasticity. A flexible cell membrane allows nutrients to enter and toxins to exit efficiently. Stiff membranes are a hallmark of aging. This isn't a quick fix or a 2-week diet. This is a strategy for the rest of your life. Consistency is the secret weapon. Doing this 5 to 6 days a week yields far better results than sporadic use. You can't take 1 day IAF per week to eat a regular breakfast with family. Metabolic flexibility means handling both fuels. Ideally, we want to be like a hybrid car, able to run efficiently in whatever fuel is available at the moment. As you reclaim your energy, you will find the motivation to improve other areas of your life. Like movement and stress, lowering biological stress through proper fueling makes it easier to manage psychological stress and emotional challenges. Stable blood sugar means less cortisol spikes. You will likely feel calmer and more grounded throughout your day. Ultimately, this is about having the vitality to enjoy your golden years and be present for the people you love. Aging does not have to mean suffering. Science has given us the tools to age with grace, strength, and dignity. It starts with a simple choice every morning, a choice to fuel your body with what it truly needs by targeting mitochondria, preserving stem cells, and correcting metabolism. You are addressing the root causes of aging. If you are finding this information valuable, please subscribe to Dr. Smith Healthcare to stay updated in longevity science. Join our community of proactive individuals who are taking control of their health destiny. 1 cup of coffee at a time. For those who want to understand the why even deeper, let us look closer at the molecule of caprylic acid itself. C8 gets its name because it has a chain of 8 carbon atoms. This specific length is the magic number. C10, or capric acid, takes significantly longer to process. C8 is unique in its ability to diffuse almost instantly. It does not require bile salts or pancreatic enzymes for digestion, making it perfect for those with weaker digestion. As we age, our production of digestive enzymes decreases. C8 provides energy without taxing your digestive system. Once converted to ketones, they can cross the blood-brain barrier, which glucose often struggles to do in insulin-resistant brains. This effectively rescues starving neurons, potentially restoring function in areas of the brain that were becoming dormant. This is why many users report the lights turning back on in their minds. Better word recall and sharper focus. Scientists now call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes because it is fundamentally an energy crisis caused by insulin resistance. When your brain cells become resistant to insulin, they can't accept glucose. They literally starve to death slowly. Ketones do not need insulin to enter the cell. They are the emergency fuel that saves the brain from starvation. Adopting this protocol is a proactive defense strategy to keep your cognitive faculties intact for as long as possible. With renewed energy, you can challenge your brain with new skills, further stimulating neuroplasticity and growth. Let us revisit visceral fat. It is not just dead weight, it is an active organ that releases inflammatory poisons. These inflammatory cytokines attack your joints, your heart, and your brain. Burning this fat is a medical necessity. Many people find that their joint pain decreases significantly as they lose visceral fat and reduce systemic inflammation. A lower inflammatory load allows your body to repair connective tissue and maintain mobility in your spine and limbs. The fasting period, combined with ketones, also stimulates autophagy, which is the body's cellular cleanup process. During autophagy, your cells identify old, damaged components and recycle them to build new, healthy structures. This is essentially taking out the trash at a cellular level, preventing the accumulation of junk that leads to disease. Power fats like C8 do not spike insulin, so they allow autophagy to continue even though you have consumed calories. This is the ultimate biohack. You get the energy to function, but your body remains in a deep repair mode. You do not have to suffer through hunger pangs to get the benefits of fasting. You can't have the best of both worlds. Water-only fasting can be stressful and difficult for seniors. MCT fasting provides a safer, more sustainable approach. When you finally break your fast around noon, make sure to prioritize protein and vegetables to continue the benefits. Do not ruin your progress with a high-sugar meal. Stick to whole foods to keep your insulin levels stable. Your body is very sensitive after a fast. A sugary meal will cause a massive spike and crash, undoing your work. Adequate protein at lunch is essential to provide the amino acids needed to maintain your muscle mass. Let us quickly review some common mistakes so you can avoid them and have a smooth experience from day 1. Mistake number 1, messy preparation. MCT oil is thin and can be oily. Use a paw spout or dedicated spoon. Mistake number 2, drinking it too fast. Sip your coffee over 20 to 30 minutes to allow gradual absorption. Mistake number 3, forgetting hydration. As mentioned, dehydration is the main cause of fatigue in this protocol. Mistake number 4, buying cheap blends. If the bottle doesn't say pure C8 or 99% C8, do not buy it. Read the label carefully. You are looking for caprylic acid or C8. Quality matters for your health. Mistake number 5, giving up too soon. Give your body at least 2 weeks to adapt to burning fat. Your enzymes for fat digestion need time to upregulate. The first few days might feel strange, but it passes. Let's imagine a typical success path. Meet Jin, a 65-year-old who felt sluggish and heavy every morning. Jin struggled to get out of bed, had high blood sugar, and felt his memory was slipping away. He started with 1 teaspoon of C8 in his kiffy. Day 1, he noticed he wasn't hungry for breakfast. By week 2, his energy was consistent. He started walking longer distances without getting out of breath. By month 2, his pants were loose. The visceral fat was melting away, and his doctor was impressed. His fasting glucose had dropped to healthy levels, and he reported feeling 10 years younger mentally. This could be your story. The biology is the same for everyone. You just need to activate it. Whether you are 60, 70, or 80, your cells still have the capacity to respond to the right signals. Your stem cells are waiting for protection. Your mitochondria are waiting for fuel. The potential is inside you. It is remarkable that something as simple as your morning kiffy can be the vehicle for such profound change. To ensure you have grasped the full picture, let us summarize the scientific logic. Last time, C8 MCT oil is rapidly absorbed and converted by the liver into powerful energy molecules called ketones. 2. These ketones bypass broken glucose pathways to reignite your mitochondria, restoring cellular energy production. 3. This metabolic state protects your limited supply of stem cells, preserving your body's ability to heal. 4. The combination with caffeine mobilizes and burns dangerous visceral fat, reducing systemic inflammation. 5. It stabilizes blood sugar and insulin, starving cancer cells and preventing metabolic diseases like diabetes. When these 5 mechanisms work together, the result is a comprehensive anti-aging effect that you can feel. This is science-backed, practical, and accessible to almost everyone. The barrier to entry is very low. Compared to the cost of medications and healthcare for chronic diseases, this daily investment is incredibly small. There is no better time to start than tomorrow morning. Take control of your biology and rewrite your future. Life is beautiful, and you deserve to experience it with full energy, clarity, and health for years to come. As always, please consult with your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if taking medication. Check out our other videos in intermittent fasting and sleep hygiene to build a complete longevity lifestyle. Thank you for watching Dr. Smith Healthcare. Here is to your health, your vitality, and your long life. We have some extra time, so let's address some specific questions we often get from our community members. Question: can I use MCT powder instead of oil? Yes, Powders are effing easier in the stomach for beginners. However, check the ingredients. Some powders contain fillers like maltodextrin, which can spike insulin, defeating the purpose. Look for powders that use acacia fiber as a carrier. This adds beneficial prebiotic fiber for your gut health. Question: should I add butter?
What about
This is the
grass-fed
famous
butter?
bulletproof recipe. You can, but it adds significant calories. If your goal is weight loss, stick to just the MCT oil. If you need extra calories, butter is fine. Question:
Interactions with
does
blood
this
pressure
interact
meds?
with blood pressure medication? Generally, no. But weight loss often lowers blood pressure naturally. You may need to adjust your medication dosage with your doctor. As your metabolic health improves on pressure drops. Question: I have no gallbladder. Can I do this? Yes, because C8 does not require bile for digestion. This is actually the best fat source for you, as it bypasses the need for the concentrated bile you lack. Question: does the het kiffy damage the oil? No, MCT oil is very stable and can withstand boiling temperatures. As a saturated fat, it does not oxidize or go rancid easily like vegetable oils do when heated. Question: can I add collagen? Absolutely. Collagen dissolves well in het kiffy and supports skin and joints. MCT plus collagen is a powerhouse combination for anti-aging, addressing both energy and structural tissue repair. Question: does it break a fast?
Does it break my
Technically,
fast?
yes, it has calories, but functionally, it maintains the fasting benefits. We call this fasting mimicking. You get the autophagy and fat burning without the stress of total starvation. Question: is it safe for children? In small amounts, yes, but they usually do not need the metabolic boost. Children are naturally metabolically flexible. Focus on whole foods for them, unless a doctor advises otherwise. Question: can I have 2 cups? You can, but with your total caffeine intake and bowel tolerance, too much caffeine can raise cortisol, which counteracts the benefits. One well-crafted cup is usually enough. If you want a second cup, consider using decaf so you get the MCTs without the extra stimulation. Question: what does it taste like? High-quality C8 is completely tasteless and odorless. It just adds texture. It actually makes the coffee richer and smoother, similar to adding heavy cream, but without the dairy proteins. Question: is it vegan? Yes, MCT oil is 100% plant-based. Derived from coconuts or palm kernels, we recommend choosing coconut-sauced MCTs to avoid the environmental concerns I've often associated with the palm oil industry. Question: how long does it last? It is very shelf-stable and does not need refrigeration. It lasts for years. Just keep it in a cool, dark cupboard out of direct sunlight to maintain its purity and freshness. Question: will it stop sugar cravings? Yes. This is one of the most reported benefits from our community. When your brain has plenty of ketone energy, it stops panicking and demanding quick sugar fixes from you. Question: is it safe for diabetics? It is excellent for diabetics as it does not require insulin. It can actually help improve insulin sensitivity over time. But monitor your numbers closely, as they will change. Question: any other side effects? Some people experience a warm sensation in the stomach, which is normal thermogenesis. That heat you feel is literally your metabolism ramping up and energy being created. Take it as a good sign. Question: do I have to exercise? You will get benefits without it, but exercise amplifies the results tenfold. Think of MCT as the high-octane fuel, and exercise as pressing the accelerator. Use the energy it gives you. That covers the most common questions. If you have more, please leave them in the comments section below. We try to answer as many questions as possible to help you navigate your health journey safely and effectively. Before we finish, I want to briefly mention some exciting new research that is currently underway regarding C8. Scientists are currently studying how ketone bodies might act as signaling molecules to extend overall lifespan in mammals. Preliminary data suggests ketones may activate sirtuins, the same longevity genes activated by calorie restriction and exercise. There is also promising research in using C8 to support motor function in neurodegenerative conditions like Parkinson's disease. New studies are exploring the anti-anxiety effects of ketones, showing they may calm overactive neural pathways in the brain. The science is evolving rapidly, confirming what many biohackers have known for years. Metabolism is the key. By applying this knowledge now, you are staying ahead of the curve and taking proactive steps for your future. However, always remember that you are your own best experiment. Listen to your body's feedback above all else. What works perfectly for one person may need slight adjustment for another. Be willing to tweak the protocol. Maybe you need less oil, or maybe you need more protein at lunch. Find the balance that makes you thrive. Health is not a destination you arrive at. It is a continuous journey of learning, adapting, and caring for yourself. Dr. Smith Healthcare is here to support you in that journey with reliable, evidence-based information you can trust. So please, make sure you are subscribed and have the notification bell turned in, so you never miss an update. Share this video with a friend or family member who might be struggling with fatigue or memory issues. You never know how much a simple piece of advice like this could change someone's quality of life forever. We have covered mitochondria, stem cells, metabolism, and the practical steps to put it all into action. The power is now in your hands, or rather, in your cup. It is time to wake up your cells. Thank you for spending this time with us. We know your time is valuable, and we appreciate your trust. We are already working in our next deep dive into longevity nutrition. So stay tuned for that coming very soon. Remember that this content is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice or diagnosis. This video was researched and produced by the dedicated team at Dr. Smith Healthcare, committed to your well-being. Take care of your mitochondria, and they will take care of you. Have a wonderful, energetic day ahead. Goodbye for now, and keep striving for a healthier, happier version of yourself every single day.
To learn more about intermittent fasting for seniors, click the link on the screen and make sure you subscribe for healthy aging tips.